Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and or listening to the podcast, and welcome to my house. It's time for another giant ServiceNow Store highlights episode. That's SSH version 11142024. That's November 14th, 2024. And Xanadu Store Release 2 happened last week on November 7th. I'm recording this on November 14th, hoping to get it out the same day. And you can see on the screen in front of me and just above my head there, 947 new, updated, or fixed applications in the ServiceNow Store. So let's see how that breaks down here over on the left-hand side, with only 4 compatibility updates, 1 downgrade, 237 fixes, 6 ghost applications or removed applications, 92 highlights, 554 minor updates. These were just small changes. Maybe I had some fixes. Maybe they were a dependent app that was just getting versioned as the primary application was updated. So lots and lots of minor updates. 27 new releases and 26 release notes fails. Yes, we always seem to have those release notes fails. What we're going to focus on in this special episode are the new releases, but don't forget you can go to my blog. It's justin.house, that's justin.house, and you can go there. There will be a link to all of this data for these applications. You can download it as a spreadsheet. I'm not going to, put it in the actual content. I'm just going to make a spreadsheet you can download and look through these applications yourself. But what I would do if I were you, if you're an admin, or you're just interested, the new releases and the highlights. The highlights is what I tried to pull out that were interesting or substantial changes to products or applications in ServiceNow. So the highlights are really meant to be like, hey, if it's in that list of highlights, you may want to pay attention to it because there's significant or interesting changes to it. So if that you have that application or you're interested in that application, definitely check that out. I just don't have the time to go through all of those in a podcast or video format like this. So we're going to focus on the new releases, like what's new in the Xanadu Store 2 release. We do have a couple of non-ServiceNow things, but not much. There was like just a handful. So we'll get started here. First up on our list is AI Web Search. This application allows searching via an external search engine like Google, Bing, Perplexity. It provides a standard interface which you can use to search against any of the engines in a configurable way. So this obviously sounds like a Now Assist kind of product. There is a key feature. It's use an external search engine in addition to AI search, but there's no screenshots or anything, of course. It's just search, right? So that's one new application from ServiceNow. The next one is actually not ServiceNow, but it made it in the list, and that's Boomi API Management. Fuel growth and streamline ServiceNow workflows with API management. Key features for this application: self-service API discovery and onboarding through customized developer portals, enterprise-grade security and scalability that meet industry-level certifications, and provide granular policies such as API rate limiting and throttling. Transform services into data products with streamlined API packaging and automatic documentation for secure reuse and distribution, and real-time dashboards and reports to track API performance, monitoring, and usage metrics. Now, they do have screenshots. First screenshot here is a dashboard in dark mode, which I love. Second screenshot is the Cloud API Management overview, and it's got a list of we're actually looking at packages tab, and there's an overview menu item on the left-hand side. So on this main part of the screen, we're looking at API usage, the developer community, top 5 method calls, and top 5 defined method calls. Next screenshot is an executive overview of the API management. Next is some spotlights. So we're seeing some historical call volume trends for different methods or different applications. I think is a list of applications there. Next one is some interactive documentation, also in dark mode. Next screenshot is the user management settings. Next screenshot is the packager access control. And next screenshot is a APIM form, or complete and submit the Boomi API Management account request form. And it's a portal page with a catalog item. And then we're back to our first screenshot of the dashboard for this new application from the team at Boomi LP. All right, our next new release is back to ServiceNow, case lines and workflows. Case line items enable customer service case to store many product instances on a case. End customers would like to log a single case for many products that belong to a single order or single invoice or single location, and case line items feature is built to support these use cases. So the key features in the description here: a dedicated data model for case line items, agent experience. There's a new navigation menu item for case line items on platform and workspace. Roles and permission, new granular roles to read, write, and view case line characteristics. Granted permission to case task agent to view case line items and case line characteristics. There's no screenshots on this one either, so we'll head off to our next new application from ServiceNow, and that's Contact Center Integration Core, the foundational list of components to integrate with contact center platforms. Key features for this one: a REST API for mapping ServiceNow user ID to Contact Center AAS user ID, admin functions for syncing queue and skill data from CCAAS. No screenshots on this one either, so we'll head off to our next new application from ServiceNow, and that's Conversational Studio, next level UI enhancements to Virtual Agent Designer. Key features: a list view brings a clean, neat page to see all available assets for both NLU and Now Assist, or LLM. Additional assets of subflows and actions have been added to the UI to make it quicker and easier to make these assets conversational. A tabbed approach is implemented here to make navigation a more consistent and experience-driven organization of these conversational assets. That was a mouthful, that last line there. There's no screenshots on this one either, so again, we'll move on to our next application from ServiceNow, which is Craft Spoke. Simplify and accelerate how you integrate with Craft.co. Let's scroll down to the key features. Highlighted actions: look up alert stream, look up company data, and look up company data details by name. They do have screenshots for this one. First one is going to be searching for the Craft Spoke in Flow Designer and showing the actions that are available, which is look up alert stream, look up added companies, look up company data, look up company details. Next screenshot is showing a sample flow in Flow Designer. Next screenshot is showing a sample action in Action Designer. And then we're back to the action picker in a Flow Designer, which was our first screenshot. All right, our next new application from ServiceNow is Critical Event Management. Empower safety and build resilience with ServiceNow Critical Event Management. Safeguard your people and organization with an end-to-end solution that drives communication, collaboration, visibility, and accountability during any emergency. Let's see the key features. Wow, we've got quite a list of them here. A critical event workspace to manage emergencies, configurable playbooks for different emergencies, mass notifications via SMS and email with pre-built templates, manage and assign emergency communication tasks and plans, tracking of mass notifications to impacted people, tracking impacted people response for accountability, linking health and safety incident to impacted person, unified employee emergency experience allowing reporting potential emergency, tracking reported emergency, singular place for all emergency plans, and responding to mass notification. Dedicated portal for on-site responder where they can conduct roll call for employee accountability, access important information regarding ongoing emergencies. There are screenshots for this one. The first one's the health and safety workspace. Looks like we're looking at a playbook, and we're in the active critical event communicate stage of that particular playbook. Next one is still in the workspace, and we're looking at, it's basically a critical event management overview. We've got some new events, work in progress, resolved. There's a map showing events by location. There's a line graph showing critical events created over time. And then below that are critical events by severity, and then just a list of critical events. And then the third screenshot is a notification center. And so we're looking at communications, and it has a group by and a filter, and then there's overdue and upcoming, and I guess you can click on those and dive further into those. Next screenshot is the impacted people tracking. And so we've got some high-level KPIs at the top, and then a list of people impacted down below with their location and their status. Next screenshot is the related records view showing critical event task, health and safety incidents, child critical events, and sent notifications. Next screenshot is the communication page. So this is an email communication. So we've got the to, the from, subject, the body of the message, and then down below that there's an SMS notification section where you can assemble and I guess distribute a text message. Next screenshot is the mobile landing page showing the emergency event for a Boston ice storm, and there's a show details button. Next is a mobile roll call showing all the impacted people with an unknown status. Next screenshot is the Employee Center showing a workplace emergency. There's a taxonomy already defined with topics and then support resources. And there's some catalog items for report an emergency, emergency plan, emergency contacts, and emergency submission guideline. And then next screenshot is the mobile emergency info page, basically showing everything about the emergency event. Next screenshot is a profile page of a person having their status of unknown, need help, or accounted, along with some notes of the location and their phone number. And then we're back to the playbook view we saw at the very beginning. It says 2 on the landing page. Yeah, so those are some great screenshots, and this is the new critical event management application from ServiceNow. Our next new application, also from ServiceNow, is External Routing with Genesys Cloud, Accelerated Integration to Genesys Cloud Routing Platform. Key features: unified routing of ServiceNow chat and messaging on Genesys Cloud Routing Platform. No screenshots on this one. Let's scroll down. There's some release notes with a little bit more information. Out of the box payload available for AWA External Routing with Genesys Cloud. That's Advanced Work Assignment, that acronym AWA. New interaction, transfer to agent and queue, cancel and complete work item, and mark an interaction as closed abandon. All right, no screenshots on this one. This one actually is an Innovation Lab offering, so it's not available on a production instance and does not carry any support or warranties. From ServiceNow, of course. All right, our next new application is not from ServiceNow. It's from XCon. It's Easy::Connect. Integrations could not be easier! Exclamation point is the description there. Key features: an integration framework designed for ServiceNow, which enables customers to implement external provider integrations. No-code data mapping, easy-to-use interface for mapping data without coding. Flexibility, supports a wide range of external providers and data formats. Scalability, efficiently handles large volumes of data. User-friendly, intuitive design tailored for non-technical users, and real-time sync, instant synchronization ensuring up-to-date data. They have screenshots. Let's check out the first one. It's the configuration mappings, and it's really, really tiny, so I can't really tell, but it's basically the setup or the configuration. The next one is the endpoint configuration, looking at a form with a bunch of fields on it. I don't know exactly what that means because I haven't looked at this application before. Next screenshot is a flow for map object flow, and it's showing the flow outline and all the actions in there. Next screenshot is the mapping types list. Next screenshot is a sample payload. Again, it's really tiny. I'll zoom in when I edit the video so you can see those better. Next screenshot is a transaction trigger. It's basically a flow in Flow Designer. Next screenshot is the update incident operation, which is a form in the platform UI. Next screenshot is the back to the configuration mappings, which was our first screenshot. And that's what's new from the team at XCon AG. And then back to ServiceNow, their next new application is Field Service Management for Telecommunications. Install this plugin to enable APIs that allow creation / reschedule and cancellation of appointment via technology media, I don't know what the F is for, TMF APIs. I can't remember what the technology media and something else. Is it down here? Field Service Management. I don't see them spell it out down below either, and I can't remember what it means. But anyways, key features for this one: TMF Forum or TM Forum Defined API TMF 646. Post appointment via TMF 646, get appointment via ID, get list of appointment, reschedule appointment, and then delete appointment. So this really is just an API. Enablement for using the application. So that's what's new for the team at ServiceNow. Off to their next one. It's going to be the Genesys Cloud Spoke, accelerate integration to Genesys Cloud Routing Platform. Obviously probably used with the application we saw earlier. This one is an Innovation Lab, so no support, no warranties, not on a production instance. And the key features: Spoke action to invoke routing requests for Genesys Cloud Routing Platform, and fetch queue and skills. No screenshots for this one, so moving on to the next one from ServiceNow, and it's the Group Action Framework. And it repeats that in the description, Group and Action Framework. Summary says, Group and Action Framework groups data sets into named clusters and then uses prompts to take action on the clustered table content to provide suggested steps, summaries, and action recommendations. Key features: there's a group skill, classifies and clusters data sets stored in a table, and an action skill, interprets an inquiry to provide actions using the group skill clustered table content. So this is obviously all going on in Now Assist because they got that pretty Now Assist logo and no screenshots. So Moving on to the next new application from ServiceNow, Health and Safety Contractor Management. Adds contractor pre-qualification to health and safety and enables incidents and observations to include contractors. Key features: contractor pre-qualification via email, gather prerequisite documents, assign prerequisite tasks, contractor as a choice on incident and observation forms in the Health and Safety Incident Management application. No screenshots on this one either, so moving on to the next one. This is not from ServiceNow. This is going to be Inmorphis GenAi Accelerator. Now assist readiness, identifying gaps, elevating data, and empowering AI adoption. It's got a huge summary of things, but the key features here, I'll stick to the outline, key features. Data readiness score calculation application for ServiceNow to evaluate the quality of data for generative AI skills. So there's GenAI readiness, some data parameters, rating criteria, a DRS or data readiness score calculation. They break that down into resolution notes generation, checking, knowledge article generation, and summarization. The data parameters are data volume, data completeness, text quality, data consistency, duplicate/irrelevant data, and data freshness. And the rating criteria: data readiness is rated as excellent, good, fair, or poor based on benchmarks from various parameters, and the data readiness score is calculated by summing weighted scores of all parameters. A score of 83.5% indicates good readiness. There are screenshots on this one. First up, we've got a GenAI readiness dashboard showing the incident, problem, and change scores, and then the readiness parameters down below that we just read about in the summary. Next screenshot is the same dashboard, but the resolution and /close notes dashboard, same layout, just different topic there, and a third tab for knowledge. Next screenshot is the DRS score calculator showing a parameter and what excellent, good, fair, and poor are. And then we're back to the readiness dashboard summarization that we saw in our first screenshot. And that's what's new from the team at Inmorphis Services PVT Ltd. Okay, back to the ServiceNow show. Insurance claims is the next new application. Redefine the claims journey with end-to-end automation. Key features: a versatile framework to tailor your claims process to fit your unique needs effortlessly. Rapid configuration, set up a comprehensive end-to-end claims workflow quickly and easily. Multi-adjuster support, manage complex claims with ease and efficiency, ensuring smooth operations every step of the way. Persona-specific workspaces, customize out-of-the-box claims, persona-based workspaces to fit the specific roles and responsibilities within your team. And support for travel claims. Refer to the included travel insurance line of business example to review the claim intake and resolution workflow. You know, I remember from Knowledge in one of the keynotes there was a travel example where it was Cush Travel, I think, and he had lost a bag and got this like care package and all that stuff. But anyways, I digress. That's what's new from the team at ServiceNow. Going on to the next new application from ServiceNow, Integration Core with Genesys Cloud. Accelerate integration to Genesys Cloud routing platforms. So third one related to Genesys Cloud. Also an Innovation Lab offering, not supported, no warranties, can't put it in production. Key features: core integration components to set up chat messaging for external routing on Genesys Cloud routing platform. All right, so 3 applications to do that integration. Next new application is not from ServiceNow, it's the Intune Connector. The Intune Connector is designed to integrate Microsoft Intune with the ServiceNow platform, allowing customers to automatically synchronize computer and software information from Intune into the ServiceNow CMDB. We'll scroll down here to the key features: automated data sync between Intune and ServiceNow CMDB, cost-effective and easy to implement solution, and standard ITSM subscription compatibility. So I guess that means you don't need ITOM if you're using this, which is interesting. I'd want to use ITOM if I was doing this. But anyways, there are some screenshots. So let's take a look at the first one. First one is a configure connection, showing a guided setup basically for configuring the connection. Next screenshot is showing scheduled imports or scheduled data imports. Next screenshot is showing the list of configuration items that I assume were imported from Intune, from the Intune connector. It's listed as a discovery source. Next screenshot is back to the first one, the guided setup. And that's what's new from the team at Advanced Service Provider SAASP. All right, back to ServiceNow. Our next new application is Now Assist for Accounts Payable Operations, or APO. Unlock productivity with Now Assist for APO. Key features. Let's skip the repeat there. Supports case summarization functionality for invoice processing and inquiry cases, and uses generative AI to guide the accounts payable team and enhance productivity and efficiency through conversation and proactive experiences for invoice cases. There are no screenshots on this one, so that's what's new from the team at ServiceNow. Our next one is going to be very similar. Now Assist for Supplier Lifecycle Operations, or SLO, SLO, generate summary for supplier cases. Key features: uses generative AI that is designed to guide fulfillers to enhance productivity and efficiency through conversation and proactive experiences for supplier cases. With the Xanadu release, Now Assist for SLO supports record summarization skills for supplier cases. No screenshots on this one either, so moving on to the next one. Also from ServiceNow, Now Assist in Conversational Spokes. Simplify using Integration Hub Spoke actions in Now Assist conversations. Key features: more and more Integration Hub Spoke actions will become conversational over time. See available Integration Hub Conversational Spoke actions for the latest updates. You can unlock the conversational capability by installing this application. Now they do have a screenshot. It looks like this is the Now Assist panel that shows up on the right hand side, showing lookup Jack in Active Directory. And then it says, we've collected the following information from you. Active Directory username, Jack. Does it look good? And then it reaches back and you say yes, and it says Jack Reacher's Active Directory account information has been retrieved, blah, 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 blah. I'm showing, I guess, details for Jack Reacher. And that's what's new from the team at ServiceNow. We'll move on to page 2 of the new applications, mostly ServiceNow. First up is Order Operations Case Management, dedicated case application for resolving order-related issues. Key features, got a giant list here: a dedicated data model for order-related cases, process orchestration, agent experience, and roles and permission. Now there's a lot more text there. I know the video is getting long, so I'm not going to read it all, but if you're interested, go check out the very detailed key features. But there's no screenshots on this one either, so we will move on to the next new application from ServiceNow. Primary data integration with Coupa. Fetch legal entity, currencies, and conversion rate data from Coupa to ServiceNow. Key features: fetch legal entity details, currency details, and conversion rate details from Coupa to ServiceNow. So basically what was in the description. No screenshots on this one, so moving on to the next one. Next up is recommended actions for security operations. This application leverages GenAI capabilities to generate recommended actions for resolving incidents efficiently. Key features: utilizes GenAI capabilities to generate recommended actions for security incident closure, provides references to existing SIR or a security incident response incidents and KB articles used in generating the actions. From the recommended actions, users can recreate response tasks or edit and save the text directly to work notes. And recommended actions is supported for security incidents in the SIR workspace and in the UI 16 or legacy platform UI. There are screenshots on this one, so let's take a look. First up is we're in a workspace for security incident response, and we're looking at a security incident, and in the middle there, we've got a security incident summarized by Now Assist, basically taking up most of the screen. And then off to the right is the recommended actions, where you can click Get Recommendations to generate actionable recommendations with Now Assist. Next screenshot is showing a pop-up modal showing I acknowledge AI-generated content may contain inaccuracies or incomplete information. Use this as a supplementary resource, not as the basis for critical decisions. Next screenshot is showing the recommended actions that appeared on the right-hand side. And next screenshot is showing the security incident response task already updated by Now Assist, and it's saying to double check them for accuracy, and those are short description and description. And you can see on the screenshot they're already populated. And then we're back to our first screenshot for this new application from ServiceNow. All right, our next new application, also in security incident response, is the integration with AWS SecurityHub. This is a SIEM or SIEM integration. Key features are AWS SecurityHub integration with security incident response follows a bidirectional architecture. Discovery AWS SecurityHub findings that are candidates for security incidents and automate the creation of these security incidents. Map AWS SecurityHub findings and entity fields to SIR security incident fields. Filter AWS SecurityHub findings. Aggregate findings to existing open security incidents so you don't have to create duplicate security incidents. Schedule findings ingestion to create security incidents periodically. And automate AWS SecurityHub findings status updates for security incident response so that you can create and close security incidents. All right, lots of that going on there about creating incidents from Amazon Web Services. No screenshots on this one, so moving on to the next one. Probably the one I've heard the most about is ServiceNow Studio. Build smarter and deliver faster with ServiceNow Studio. Key features: find applications and app files using search, code search, and the file navigator. Create applications and application files. Create and manage update sets. Publish changes to apps via app repo and pipelines. Yes, I love this. I always have to go into App Engine Studio to do my pipeline, or my repo commits. So that's cool that it'll be in this workspace. Bookmark applications and application files. Open applications and application files across multiple scopes with integrated tabs. See recently opened applications and application files. Search for metadata tables like client scripts or business rules using OpenList in the file navigator and .list commands in the search bar. And leverage integrated low-code builders like Table Builder and Flow Designer to open supported application files. Oh man, I'm excited about this one. First screenshot is the homepage showing welcome administrator, recently opened files and applications, some tools down below like Flow Designer, UI Builder, Playbook, and Catalog Builder. And on the left-hand side is a list of different record types. So automation, client development, content, data integrations, etc., etc. Next screenshot is showing a table for loaner requests, and so basically letting you look at the design of the table in a particular tab. There's about 5 tabs open at the top of Studio. Next screenshot is a flow showing in the same tab, or not in a different tab. And next screenshot is the search. So they're showing how you can search for, they search for attach, and then it's showing attachment, knowledge article comments, and search results. Next screenshot is the create a file. So that has the application scope and then choose a file type. And next screenshot is the update set picker, showing the application and update set. And that looks like it's down below on the very, very bottom of the screen. And then we're back to our first screenshot. So I've been waiting to get through the SSH episode. There's 947 applications I had to go through and categorize. So I was waiting to do that before I upgraded my PDI to check out this new ServiceNow Studio. But this is probably the one I'm most excited about in Xanadu Store Release 2. All right, next and second to last new application is from ServiceNow, and it's a component, sn-actionable-insights, and it's for the recommended actions for security operations application, and it provides the framework and UI essentially. So it's a dependent application that kind of gets installed automatically. And our last new application is from Zoomin. It is the Zoomin External Content AI Search. Turn your ServiceNow solution into a one-stop shop for personalized product answers. Key features, Zoomin content integrated to AI search. There are some screenshots, well, at least some marketing ones. Let's see, Zoomin for customer service management. Okay, we have an actual screenshot now. This is a search results on the portal showing someone searched for user and it has search results. And those are KB articles. I don't see anything from Zoomin. So next screenshot is a Zoomin external content flow in Flow Designer, and that's it. Those are the screenshots and marketing images from the team at Zoomin Software Ltd. And that, everyone, is our different episode for one that's so giant like this for Xanadu Store Release 2. Let's just refresh on what you just saw or heard. 27 new releases, which we just went through one by one. 92 highlights. I encourage you to go over to my blog, justin.house, justin.house. Check out that spreadsheet, download, and look at those 92 highlights. I think that's where, if you're going to focus your attention on anything, look at the new releases, look at the highlights. Everything else is just go update your stuff in your instances. So the other stuff was 4 compatibility updates, 554 minor updates, most of those from ServiceNow, 6 ghost applications, 237 fixes, 1 downgrade, and 26 release notes fails. I hope you found this video or podcast helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share with somebody who you think might be interested in what's new, what got updated, or what got removed from the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.